of me doing that.
Oh, we're on. Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Janeski, along with my good friend Ken Montroy. We're your hosts of your local sports wrap-up here on Wyandotte Cable, Channel 15. Today is February 1st, 2020. No more January. Spring is right around the corner.
I love it.
March 21st, 22nd? Yeah.
Somewhere around there, a little bit after St. Patrick's Day is when my hangover ends.
Ah, there you go.
The spring begins.
That's right, when your hangover ends. How was your week, sir?
Pretty good, pretty good. It was, I like the week before the Super Bowl. That's always entertaining.
Super Bowl Sunday, that's right. We're going to talk a little bit about that at the end of the show.
Sure.
Let's start basketball.
Let's start with your bowling first.
My bowling?
Yeah,
sure.
your bowling. Not your bowling, because that's old news.
I'm still.
But let's talk about your bowling team that you're coaching.
I'm an old man. Well, let's see. We were 2-0 this week. Girls bowled really good on Monday, the day we filmed, and then they bowled good again at Trenton Lanes on Wednesday.
So you're still a half a game out of first place, so it's actually going to come down to the end of the season, correct?
Correct. It's the second from last Wednesday in February will be position round, and we will have to bowl. As long as we run the table and they run the table, then it'll mean something the last week, and we are working hard to just bowl.
Fantastic.
Not get freaked out about who we're bowling to win that point, not to get freaked out about falling behind in a game in the third frame when you got 7 more shots. We are mentally trying to get strong.
So this discussion you're having with you and the camera is really meant for you and the bowling team. Do they watch your show?
I hope so.
Well, they should. Your shirt's out. Where'd you get that shirt?
Yes, we had, this is our team shirt.
Looks like a couple of bowling pins.
And one says halfway to a double, which is a phrase of mine every time they throw a strike.
Oh,
And the other one says everybody, which I tend to yell a lot when the ball hits the pocket.
So everybody knock down everybody?
Yeah, or a cluster, you get a 4-pin cluster and they shoot the spare. So then I'll go out, when it gets in the right spot and I know they're going to make it, I'll go, everybody. And then sometimes they don't make it and they say, you can't yell that no more, like I have control over the pins.
If you had control over the pins, you'd be in first place by yourself.
I would be.
I like the little bear claws.
Yeah, you know, Roosevelt.
How can you tell? Can you tell a female bear's footprint? Just curious.
Where do these questions come from?
I don't know. My mother used to ask me that.
Bowling team's doing all right. Still have that dry cough if you can't tell. Boys basketball went into Southgate.
They're doing good, aren't they?
Went into Southgate the other day and slapped them. I lost the page that I was reading off of, but I'll be darned.
Because we had a little minor setback earlier.
Yeah.
Replacements. They're warming up replacements for us.
Deja vu all over again. Anyway, they went in, and the boys team is now 9-0 in the league, or 8-0 in the league, and 9-2 overall. They're in first place, and they went into Southgate and defeated them 60-something to 40-something. And darn, I had it, but I read this about 30 minutes ago, whether you know that or not. All right, so good for the boys. How about the girls last week?
Well, the girls had a tough time. They played Southgate. Southgate averages about 30 points a game, and unfortunately, we got 29 points. Southgate beat the girls 32-29, and I just don't understand that. The girls were doing so good, and now they lose to Southgate. But they went down to Southgate's level. That's the part that's disturbing to me. Wyandotte used to scoring 40-some points. Southgate's used to scoring in the 20s and 30s, and that's the disappointing part about it.
So you're saying that the Southgate coach may have had a plan?
He had an absolute good game plan, and he slowed up the Wyandotte team offensively. He probably denied the ball inside, and what happens with a team with a very dominant girl like Samantha Smith, they have a tendency to get the ball inside, and when they deny that, they probably went to a box and one. As a coach, that's what I would have done. I would have denied her the ball all day long and then make your guards beat you, and apparently that didn't work out too well.
Well, the boys' info that just magically appeared in front of me, it was 65-43 was the game, and they held the Southgate Titans to 14 points in the first half.
Wow, 7 points a quarter?
Yeah.
Nice.
So they were up like 21 into the break. Then the reserves get a little play. The underclassmen get a little playing time.
Do not forget as a coach, those reserves make those starters as good as they are. So they deserve time to play too. And, well, it just kills me how, like you said, the reserves get in. That's very important to the team morale. Without those reserves, those starters are not going to be as good as they are.
As they battle them in practice, you would hope.
Absolutely.
You would hope. And after opening the season 1-6 last season,
1-6 he started out?
2019.
The
boys. They are 22-6 since that time.
Sweet.
So that's pretty good.
Good job, guys.
There is improvement there.
The girls, just so you know, the girls this week coming up, they're going to be playing, it looks like Wednesday. And they're going to be playing at Taylor. And then on the 7th, they're going to be playing at Trenton. Come on, gals. Let's get it together and take it to the top. You guys are right there. The girls are right there.
The girls are right there. Our cheer team is solid.
All right.
The Roosevelt cheer team, rah. They hosted the annual Wyandotte Invitational last Saturday and finished first in Division I.
Finished first in Division I?
Little home scoring there.
Nice.
You know, it is a judged competition. Not taking anything away from their ability. They have qualified and won a couple of these already this year. They had the most points of any of the three divisions. Division I, Division II, and Division III had showed up for this event. Wyandotte lapped the field. Livonia Churchill was second. And they were way behind in second because they were 50 points ahead of Livonia Churchill when it was all said and done. The D2 champ was Trenton, and D3, Grosville was the lone competitor in D3, but they finished fourth overall.
Fourth overall, but they won their division.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they had any competition there, yeah.
Well, it's good to know that we won.
It does, yes.
The wrestlers, always tough.
Solid team, that
Solid,
wrestling team.
absolutely. They defeated Gibraltar Carlson. Both teams came in undefeated, and they handed Carlson a beating of 49-16.
Nice.
They improved to 5-0 in the league. Let me tell you, these kids are tough. These guys are tough. Joe Valentine, Lou Peterson, Zach Fritz, Matt Burns, Nick Biondo, and his brother Alex Biondo also won, but he won on a technical fall. I'm not sure how that works out. They're not really like on a mat where you could fall out of off the mat.
Well, they get outside
the circle?
the circle, and they get back in. They have to restart.
Oh,
I know
okay.
a little bit about that. So, but I don't know what the technical fall was, but it was obviously one way to win. So maybe the guy teed out. Maybe got him in a submission hold, and it wasn't a pin. You know, you can bend his arm behind his back, and he's like, I've had enough.
Oh,
stop. I've had enough.
Tapping.
Yeah, I'm tapping out.
Right.
So that could be, you know.
Could it be like maybe somebody's getting their clock cleaned and they just decide to run around the circle on the outside and they go, that's technical foul. You're out of here.
Could be.
Okay, well.
I know nothing about wrestling.
Me neither.
Get the coach on here and talk some about it after the season.
Oh, that would be a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing.
Because his job's probably to keep them football players in shape.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Because there's a lot of football names on that list right there.
Was there?
And the Biondos, yep.
Oh,
and,
that's right. Yeah, it's the Biondos. That's correct. They're tough kids.
And yeah.
Or guys.
Teaches you balance, teaches you, control of your body when you're, running and engaged. So,
correct. And if there's ever a fumble, you know the way to just bend the guy's arm so he automatically gets off the ball and we get it.
Did you know that there are no fouls during a fumble?
No fouls, huh?
You can gouge eyeballs. You can grab them by the neck. You can anything. The ball hits the ground and there's no personal fouls. There's
wow.
It's a free ball and they mean it. So if you're running it, if I'm running with you, I could just clock you and let my teammate get it. I could just forearm you across the face, anything. And when the ball hits the ground, there are no.
How about a clip in the back? I can do that?
Anything.
Wow.
Anything.
Well, I'll
It's
tell
a
you.
free ball. When they say free ball, it's a free ball.
How sweet that is,
Yeah.
if you happen to be the biggest guy out there. The hockey team, let me tell you, this hockey team is tough. Trenton, they fell to Detroit Catholic Central. Now, Detroit Catholic Central, this was Wednesday night. Oh, wait a minute, two of the top teams clashed Wednesday night. That's Central and Detroit Catholic Central last one. But they're one of the top teams in the state, Detroit Catholic Central.
Yes, they're ranked number 1.
Correct. And when you have something like that, when those teams are that good and you go into play, unfortunately for Trenton, they started out losing 4-0. Really hard to come back on a team that good.
I heard in the first 9 minutes.
Didn't you, Coach Hockey?
I did.
Right. Isn't it tough to come back when it's down 4-0?
You know, it's tough to come back when it's 3-0. But what I used to just say on the bench, you know, let's start over. This game is 0-0. Let's try to get the first goal of the game, I'm sorry. And let's do that. All right, guys, it's 0-0. Let's try to get the first goal of the game. Now, if you can get that goal, now it's 3-1. Okay, now we have to play every shift like it's it.
Right.
You know, just because it's 3-0 and they're skating to the bench and their shoulders are down and they know they're out of it.
You can tell by the way they wear themselves. That's correct.
Coaching is a lot like just being a cheerleader sometimes. You know, you train them and you train them and you train them. But sports is full of adversity.
Good point. Good point. Cheerleader. That's why you cheer with these words.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Because when you say it enough, ask Donald Trump, they'll believe it. Even if you're lying.
Politics is a different show.
Yeah. Boy, I'd love to be on that show.
Yeah.
But anyway, they lost 6-2. So they were down 4-0 in the first 9 minutes of the game, and then kind of straightened things out. Lost 6-2. But the Shamrocks who are 12-5. Trenton's 12-4-1 now. So and they're ranked number 4. So what a good game that must have been.
And they play a lot of tough, strong schools.
Absolutely.
They purposely schedule that stuff. Wyandotte tried that one year. Didn't work out so well for them.
Well, it's when you find out how big a fish you are in this pond.
You will play the big boys, and you will get better by playing the big boys, but you also can get annihilated, and your team morale can fall.
It's a two-edged sword there.
Yes, it is. Our swim team.
Swim team,
We have never talked swim on this show that I know
Let's go fishing.
of. That's right, squids. We used to call them squids.
Why? Because they were always flailing and looked like they had a bunch of arms in them?
Just what we called them in high school, from
okay.
what I remember. There was a Downriver Classic last Saturday, and Wyandotte finished 5th.
5th out of?
5?
Fantastic.
I don't know. 5? Excuse me.
Let's go with 11.
Yeah, let's go with 11.
Better than 50%.
Trenton won it. Woodhaven 2nd, Carlson 3rd, AP 4th, Wyandotte 5th. One of our boys, though, Hudson Hill, won the diving for the 2nd year in a row, so he must be good at that.
Fantastic. Now, in high school, just out of curiosity, do they have one, like when we were in high school, we only had the one diving board. Do they have like 2 and 3?
The 3 meter?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I don't know if it was where was it at? It was at Allen Park. I'm going to say no, that they just have the low boards.
For insurance purposes.
And then the boys played Woodhaven last Wednesday, and Woodhaven won that meet. But I will say that Wyandotte had 1st and 3rd in the 200 freestyle. Ramirez was 1st, Hickey was 3rd. That was the only bright spot, really, of the event. Woodhaven's strong. Imagine that, Woodhaven's strong in swimming. They seem to be strong in everything.
Yes, they do.
But then, as we talked to Justin Krolak, and he was on here.
Who's Justin Krolak?
He's
He's the coach.
Boys bowling coach, and they've won, and the girls have won the league.
I knew that, Justin, just saying it for the audience.
And what I'll say about what he says, they have a lot of the biggest pool to pick from, because they have Woodhaven, Brownstown, a lot of students to pick from. So then you get your pick of the cream of the crop.
So they actually have 2 cities melting into one.
Yeah, and I don't know if they have school of choice either. Are they getting kids from a little farther south coming up? Who knows? Flat Rock kids. Are Flat Rock kids coming there? I don't know.
Yeah,
I know some of the Lincoln Park kids come to Wyandotte. Excuse me. That being said, as you were talking hockey, by the way, how your Wings looking? Lost again last
Let me
night.
see. They're looking like. Let me look low. They look like the lowest team in the NHL right now. I'm surprised Steve Yzerman is staying with Blashill, but I will not be surprised because Gerard Gallant is out there and available, and I would suspect soon he's probably in contact with Gallant already. I don't know why he doesn't want to make the move now, but for whatever reason, he's not.
Got another vote of confidence in the paper.
Yeah,
Said they're doing good things.
that's the Italian kiss of death.
They're doing well. They're doing good things. I see
That's
improvement.
why we're in last place.
I see improvement in the little things.
Right. He's
little-
keeping the payroll down
That's-
because none of these
that
guys
must
are
be one
worth
of
their
the-
weight.
That must be one of the little things.
Right. Well, he's keeping the crowds. How many people do you think they get?
The smartest thing they ever did with the LCA was putting those black covers on the seats down below because you can't tell, nobody's sitting in them.
Oh, how clever.
They get a good turnout on certain nights, but they also, I see they got a special going right now, the Wings.
They should have a special going every game.
You go to the game, I want to say it's in March or late February, but it's the home.
Oh, the playoff push.
The Tiger game.
Oh.
You buy, it's like $45 and you get a ticket to the Wings game and you get a ticket to opening day.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
That's an
So-
interesting perspective.
Because I'm sure opening day isn't going to be, even though it's an event, more than it is a ball game. And it's a party.
Definitely
It's-
an event
it's
because
party
the
time.
Tigers are one of the weakest teams in the league again.
So they're allowed to sell you a ticket. Now I'm sure it's up in the second deck somewhere, but if you get a ticket to both games for about $45, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad, but you are seeing two of the worst teams in their sports.
But you get in, like I said, the opening
Perspective
day
sports.
Tigers is. Remember we went the one time it was snowing sideways, cold.
That was actually I went to the very first opening game of Comerica Park.
Yes.
And that was the day. I actually sold my ticket to a man and his child. I felt really bad, but he wanted to take the kid in, and the price was right. So we went across the street to the pub there and watched the game in some warmth and dry while he's sitting in the stands.
Who were you with that day? That was me.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That was a great deal. That was a great deal. We made money.
Made money, went to Lindell AC and watched the game in there.
Yeah, that was a good deal. Yeah, definitely worth our money.
That was a good day. Got a program from that game, though.
Yeah, so
that
do
was
I, actually.
We sold 2 tickets out front, and the prerequisite to the guy we sold them to was he had to go in and get a program and come back out and hand it to us. Remember? We both had a program.
That's
to
how
that
I
game.
got the program? I wondered how I got the
You
program.
didn't go in there, yes.
No, I didn't.
See, it's all a blur.
Oh, yeah, believe me, when you get over 60, it's going to be a blur to you, too.
I'm over 60.
On a lighter note, the football club has a wild game luncheon. Now, this is a little bit of an advance notice, but March 4th, if anybody can make it, anybody that likes wild game, and some people do. I don't know what kind of spices they use, but it's at Crystal Gardens. Doors open at, looks like 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock to 12 p.m. If you can read that, I'm good.
Outdoors open at 12 p.m. It's a nooner. Drink it in the daytime.
Oh, it is 12.
Drink it in the daytime. Not that we condone any of that activity.
But if you're going to eat wild game, I suggest doing that.
And then
I'd have to be hammered.
Uber home. Uber.
Uber, yeah.
Uber
oh,
home.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll look like wild game walking home.
It's a lot of those that the football teams, because my business is in Allen Park, and I get the flyer for that Allen Park football team too. And they do the same thing. They have it at, I think, Crystal Park, which is the Crystal Gardens in Allen Park.
Correct.
Yeah, and they have it there, and they a big fundraiser for the schools. Speaking of fundraisers, while we're at it, and you can contact us at localsportswrapup@gmail.com.
We accept all donations.
But fundraising, FAB, the female alumni athletic boosters that Tom Wilson runs.
Oh, it's very
Trivia
good.
night next Friday. I put a thing out on Facebook. I put a thing out on my Key Awards site. $20. Show up. You know, you don't even have to be an athlete. You know, just show up and test your brain a little bit. And maybe it's at the boat club here in Wyandotte. You know, great facility upstairs.
Beautiful outlook over the river.
Yeah, and maybe we can raise a little money because Tom, as he said, gives away $7,000 a year to 10 lucky athletes
Here in Wyandotte.
Correct.
That's
So
the important part.
everybody involved with all the Wyandotte cable shows should be there just because, you know, there'll be a, you know, first of all, it's a great place to have a cocktail.
Great place.
There'll be
Great place.
pizza and salad. Your $20 is going to a great cause. And if you have any daughters playing athletics, then you certainly should, you know, you should just come and have a good time and talk to Marty and maybe Ken. Maybe Ken can show up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cocktails, right?
Cocktails.
Possibly then.
Not that we condone that type of activity. What you got there?
I got a local group that's seeking donations to help fund a free public skate park. I guess they build a cement pond like, and then the kids can go ahead and travel like that. You know, when we were kids, the concept really wasn't there because we actually had to tighten our skates on the side so that it moved in on your shoe, and then when you lost your skate, you lost your shoe. Today, it's totally different, but these skate ponds are really, really, really pretty cool. These kids are all bundled up with the pads on their elbows. And
Aluminum
knees.
wheels we used to have.
Oh, aluminum. We had steel.
Yeah, steel wheels.
Oh, they were heavy as heck. Oh, terrible.
Well, what's tomorrow?
What's tomorrow?
Sunday.
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 They used to have a
Super Bowl
race. Sunday. Super Bowl. Fantastic. How do you feel about it?
I feel it's going to be entertaining.
It's going to be entertaining.
I think we're going to have scoring galore. A lot of people think it's going to be, not that I condone any of this activity, but under. Everybody seems to think it's going to be a low game.
So they think the San Francisco defense is going to be dominant to that mighty offense. Do you know that San Francisco's offense is more powerful than Kansas City's? During the whole year,
Statistically?
Pardon?
Statistically.
They average 30-point-some-odd points a game. Kansas City averaged 29, and everybody thinks Kansas City's like the big offensive guru. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
That's an interesting stat. I didn't even realize that until I looked it up.
So does that mean you like San Fran, or are you still
No.
undecided?
I'm actually trying to hold on to my money. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go with KC. Last week's show I had San Francisco, but I think I'm going to go with KC. I think the coach is going to get the sentimental nod. And I think that kid has it. Aaron Rodgers has it. Joe Montana had it. He has the it. Do you think?
Well, he didn't have it last year when they played.
Second year in the league.
I know, when he played Brady, but man, he sure had it against the mighty Titans.
He did.
You know?
And they shut down that running back who's a stud.
Yeah, and so that's the goal for them to stop San Francisco, is to shut that running game down.
Now, you know, Frisco last year was 4-12.
Yeah, hey, like our Lions.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to Super Bowl? We're going to Super Bowl next year.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Check that cup. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the Lions. Yeah, see, you got a team that was 4-12 during the Super Bowl. You can do it. Every year they sell that to you. Every year. Unbelievable.
So we have a few minutes left. Prop bets. We were lucky enough to print out a bunch of fun stuff. So Ken likes San Francisco. Bunch of fun stuff. The over-under is 55. What do you like there?
Here comes the Undertaker.
Yeah. What do you like there?
Say that again?
Over-under.
Over-under, I like over. I think it's going to be an offensive game. How about you?
I think it's over. I think that's not enough
Over
points.
what? 54, correct?
35-20, that would be 55. I think it's going to be way higher than that.
I do too.
I don't know anything about it, but what about like the, let's go through some of this stuff.
Fantastic.
First penalty, Kansas City or San Fran?
First penalty?
Yeah.
It all depends on who gets the ball, but I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Who's going to use the coach's challenge first?
I think Shanahan.
First pass by Mahomes, complete or incomplete?
I'm going with incomplete because I think he want to try and just hit something real quick, or the pass rush will be so fierce on him he's got to throw it in the stands.
Will Kansas City make their first third down?
Wow, they were tough questions.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Hurry
why I
up,
can't.
because they're rolling us out. Local Sports Wrap.
Oh, yeah.
They lied to us. They said we had 2 minutes.
Oh, come on. Don't act like you've never been lied to
Hi, Mom.
before.
Love you.
Yeah, hi, Cookie. Get better, please. Tell him to put a little bit of beer in that little side.
Total field goals? Four. More, under or over?
Over.
First score of game would be a touchdown or any other.
Touchdown.
All right.
Kansas City.
Let's see. What else? First time will be passing or any other?
Pass, Kansas
Oh,
City.
I like it. Total interceptions by both teams, over under 2. You think more interceptions or less than 2? I think less.
Do you? I
Yeah.
think more.
Total punts by the San Fran guy, over 4 or under 4?
That San Fran punter is the best.
Yeah, but will he kick more than 4 times?
Yes.
He will?
Yeah.
That means they're going to stop him more than 4 times.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I like
Probably
these. These are like pretty cool. There's all kinds of cool stuff. San Francisco quarterback sacks. 3?
More than 3.
More than 3. They're going to get them, huh?
I think so.
Passing yards by Mahomes, 309. Over, under.
Over.
Over. Total completions, 26. Over, under.
That's a tough one.
They're all tough. There
I'm
ain't an
going
easy
over.
one in a sponge. What are you kidding? That's why they call it gambling. 39 passes. Oh, let's see. Rushing yards by Mahomes, 31. Over, under.
He's going to rush more than 31 times.
No, over 31 yards.
I mean, 31 yards. He's
Okay.
going to get more than 30.
How about the longest rush? It's 13 yards. Over, under.
For Kansas City?
For Mahomes.
Oh, I don't know, but I'd go over.
13's probably that number where, that's why it's there. The longest completion, pass-wise, is 46.
Wow.
Over, under.
I'm going under.
These are cool little things you could play with
but you
all
could
the
throw
time.
a 10-yard pass to Tariq Hill, and he'd take
Right,
it all
and
the
he'd
way.
take it all the way, then it's
Right.
over.
Right.
His first pass. First Mahomes touchdown pass, over under 16 yards.
Over.
That's an interesting one. All these prop bets, you got to love it. You got to love it. Total rushing yards by Kansas City, 89.
No.
No? Under? More completions,
Okay.
Mahomes.
See you, everybody.
We're out of here. All right. Everyone, enjoy the Super Bowl.
Enjoy.
We'll see you in a week. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Good luck, everyone. Have fun with your squares.
Good. Yeah. Hope you win a buck.